Hello and welcome to another episode of the Farr Show, where I'm Damien Farr, and we are, yes, filming this back to back. But we're going to talk about Armageddon, and I'm pretty certain I've talked about Armageddon a couple of times. Armageddon is one of my favorite movies of all time, and it's not a good movie. I will make that known right away. It is not a good movie, but I love the movie nonetheless. So let's start talking about Armageddon, where first we got to talk about some basic info here. It's directed by Michael Bay, screenplay by Jonathan Hersley, and J.J. Abrams. Weird. Then it's adaptation by Tony Gilroy and Shane Shaluro, something like that. And then it's story by Robert Roy Poole and Jonathan Hensley. Hensley? That's how I'm going to pronounce it. Really, let's be honest, this movie isn't good. The plot is dumb, but we'll get to the plot in a minute. But first, we got to talk about the cast. The only reason this movie is good is the cast. The plot itself, once again, is bad, but the ensemble cast is so good. You got two big hitters, I would say, and then the rest are pretty much guys that became big stars after this movie came out. Let's just be honest there. So, you got Bruce Willis as Harry S. Stamper, the main, oil driller guy, for lack of a better term. Billy Bob Thornton is Dan Truman. He's the NASA dude. Ben Affleck is A.J. Frost, who is Harry's right-hand man, I would say. Then you got Liv Tyler as Grace Stamper, Harry's daughter and AJ's love interest and girlfriend. Steve Buscemi as Rockhound. Owen Wilson as Oscar Choice, and Michael Clark Duncan as Bear Curlint, I think it's pronounced. So, the cast is amazing, and that's just some of them. There's still other actors that aren't really, I would say, big known. I mean, obviously, we all know Bruce Willis and Billy Bob Thornton. Ben Affleck is huge now. Liv Tyler, I really wouldn't say got big after this. Steve Buscemi, I know from the movie that is called The Big Lebowski. Owen Wilson is in a lot of things, including Loki. And then Michael Clark Duncan, I just remember from Talladega Nights. Really bad, really a bad one to remember him from, but that's okay. So, we gotta talk about the plot, which is dumb, once again, because let's talk about it here. An asteroid could destroy Earth. So what does NASA do? We need to blow up that asteroid. Break it in half, and once it splits in two, it'll go just around the Earth. That science, I'll give them, makes sense. But the thing that doesn't make sense is they teach oil drillers to become astronauts. Why oil drillers? Well, they drill for oil. They must be good at drilling, so let's put them on an asteroid and drill a hole to put the bomb in to break it in half. Maybe I'm just not smart enough, but I feel like that's a messed up thing. I feel like they would be harder to train to become astronauts in a couple of weeks than astronauts to become oil drillers, but that's just me. Then again, Michael Bay said, it's a fucking movie, man. It doesn't matter. So, it's a movie, man. It doesn't matter. Pretty much what ends up happening is they blow up the asteroid, save the world, but some of them die on the way, including Harry, who pretty much AJ draws the small straw because they're all like, who's gonna stay behind because something has to go wrong, and one of the bombs detonator doesn't work. So somebody's got to manually do it. So what ends up happening is AJ gets the short stick, is willing to stay, and then pretty much Harry's like, I can't let you do this. Pulls his oxygen thing, and then puts him back in the into the ship, and he's like, take care of my daughter. I always considered you like a son. And I'm like, I don't like that wording, because now your son is dating your daughter, but sure, cool. So what ends up happening is Bruce Willis dies, saving the world. I mean, is there anything else to say? Maybe he sees dead people. But honestly, Armageddon, terrible movie, but I love it nonetheless. So, have you seen Armageddon? Tell me in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon, and have a far off night.